everyone, it's Krista again, and due to all of the requests on Facebook, we're going to show you today how to do marbling on your nails and then possibly offer a contest where you can win an OPI bejeweled little shirt, kind of like this one right here. And so we'll start out by telling you kind of what you need to do marbling and then actually walking through the process on 2 fingers and then giving you a chance to submit your own designs. So first what you're going to need is all of the colors that you choose to do your marbling with and where you start out. So you're going to start out with your OPI base coat, and then when you do marbling you want to start with a base color of Alpine Snow. When you do the actual marbling, this will help the colors really pop and stand out since it's only going to be one layer of the actual colors that you're doing. And so you'll have your Alpine and then the colors that you want to marble with. And since the holiday season's coming up, we wanted to go ahead and do something that's pretty festive. So we have 3 colors that we're going to marble. It's Birthday Babe, Yodel Me on Your Cell, and then from the new Burlesque line, Let Me Entertain You. And then you'll obviously want your top coat at the end so you can seal the colors and have a long-lasting manicure. And then other things you're going to need are a couple of household products. So you'll want to use little plastic cups and stay away from using glass cups because the lacquer will actually spread and stick to the sides of it. And obviously this is a lot easier for cleanup when you're done. You can just throw the cups away. Other things you're going to need are some toothpicks and Scotch tape, which I'll explain why in a second, but it'll basically help you with cleanup around your nails and make the process a lot more enjoyable. So we will get started. As I said, I went ahead and prepped my nails with a base coat and 1 coat of Alpine Snow. And the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and tape around the fingers and then get started on the marbling. But one thing I do want to run through really quick is when you use water, you'll have water in your cup. And you want to make sure that the water is room temperature or a little bit warmer. And what we found from many trial and error is that you can use tap water, that's completely fine, but if you want a better result, you may want to get yourself a bottle of purified water and use that actually for the base of your marbling. So we will go ahead and get started. So I went ahead and taped 1 finger off to show you kind of what you should do. And like I said, it's just Scotch tape, household tape that you can do. And so I'll go ahead and wrap another finger to show you exactly what you should do, and then we'll go ahead and start the marbling. So you want to just take little pieces of tape and put it on the skin around the nail, and this will just help for when you take your hand out of the water. Once you dip your finger in and then take it out, this will help you with minimal cleanup, which is good so you don't have it all over your skin and then have to use remover and everything on that. So you just wrap the finger. You can wrap the tape a little farther up your finger. That way, depending on how far you actually dip your finger into the water, you don't end up getting lacquer, about halfway up your finger. And then if you want to put a little piece under the smile line on your nail, that way it doesn't get under your nail, you can go ahead and do that. I know this doesn't look the most attractive, but it'll serve its purpose very, very well. So what you want to do first is, as I said, you'll have your lacquer or your purified water. And what we're going to do is drop in the 3 colors that we mentioned, the Birthday Babe, Yodel Me on Your Cell, and Let Me Entertain You, into little circles. And you want to make sure you're not putting the drops of lacquer too high above the water, because it'll actually bead up and drop lower into the water. So you want to just do it about 1 inch above the water or a little bit closer. And then once you have the circles, and I'll walk through all of this, once you have the circles, you can spiral a design in it and then drop your finger in. So we'll go ahead and start. And you can actually do 2 fingers at a time. I'm going to just do 1 at a time to actually be able to show you 2 fingers to fully understand the process. So you'll start out with whatever color you'd like, and then you just want to drop, make sure there's enough lacquer on the brush, and you're going to drop it into the lacquer. And when you do the first ones, you can do 1 or 2 drops, and it'll actually appear really light. I'm going to just do 1 more of that so you can actually see it. And just keep doing that with the colors. And right now it doesn't really look like anything, but you'll see once it's on the nail how the color appears. And as you can see, one of those I dropped really quick and it actually beat it up and came to the surface and spread. And if you can do this fairly quick, it's better to do it, but it's not going to actually change the whole process once you do this. So you're just going to keep layering, dropping the colors into the center of each other color. Just keep doing that until you get enough lacquer. I'm just trying to show this. And it'll start not to spread as much once you get in the center there. I'll do one more. And then the reason you have your toothpicks is because you're going to, I'm going to shake this a little bit to spread it out. You're going to take the toothpick and actually kind of blend a design, swirl a design into the color. And then choose the desired area where you want the lacquer, where you want it to be on your finger. And then you're going to go ahead and dip your finger in straight down into the lacquer. And then you want to clean up the excess lacquer that's in your bowl with a toothpick so it doesn't stick to your finger. And then just lift your finger up out of the water and you'll actually see it's marbled on the finger. So we'll put that one down. I'll actually try to show you how that is. And then see, you have the actual lacquer on the tape, but then you can just go ahead and remove that. And I did get some on my fingers, so you may want to tape up a little bit farther. And you can pull the tape off fairly immediate, and then you can see how it shows up on the nail. So it'll show up like that. And then once you do cleanup, you'll just clean up the excess. So there's actually not a lot of lacquer around on your nail bed or anything. So then when you clean it up with a little Expert Touch remover, then you're good to go. And then you can just discard the extra tape that you had. So I'll go ahead and show you one more, and let me clean up this water a little bit. But like I said, you can just take a toothpick and roll it around in there, and it'll wrap around your the toothpick to clean that up. And you can use the water again, or you can always start with new water. Okay, so for your second finger, you can actually, which I should have done here, is taped up a little bit higher on the finger. That way there wasn't excess lacquer on there for, to keep clean up a little bit minimal. So on this finger, we'll go ahead and start with the marbling. So again, you want to just drop your colors in. And drop a couple drops, if you want, of your first colors.
You can split up audio and video, don't worry.
Okay, so you're going to mix some of the colors, like I said, just keep dropping those in and the rings that they make, and then you're going to take your toothpick and again create whatever design across that you want to blend those colors. And put your nail wherever you want the design. So I'll actually kind of put it over here so it's the Yodel Me, and it's a little bit tighter with the Let Me Entertain You. And then you're going to go ahead and drop your nail in there. Clean up the excess lacquer away from your nail. And then go ahead and pull your nail out. And then you want to remove your tape and actually try to remember where the edge of your tape was. So when you pull it off, it doesn't mess up your design. And I think this over here is the top. Maybe not. And so then you have your second nail done. And you can see the design on your second nail is actually a completely different look than what you had on your first nail. And each nail will have that unique look depending on how you actually swirl the toothpick through the lacquer. So then once you're done with your entire hand, what you're going to want to do is obviously do some cleanup and clean around your cuticles to get the excess lacquer off of your finger. And then you'll want to use a top coat, like OPI's top coat. And you'll want to just go ahead and put that on after you've cleaned it. And then the lacquer should stay as long as a normal color does, because as I said, you're having your base coat of alpine snow and then the color on top of that. So it's as though you're doing your normal 2 coats of lacquer. And that's how you do marbling on your nails. So we wanted to open a contest to all of our fans who had requested how to do it, and also to give everyone else an opportunity to win this great, as mentioned before, OPI t-shirt. We have 10 of these that we're going to give away to the fans who have the greatest marbling job. So if you upload a picture of your nails identifying the OPI shades that you used, and we will vote in about a week and let you know who did the best job and who's going to take home one of these amazing shirts. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.